So this is my first official video log since being back from Disney. So I did like a montage video which I've uploaded now, but this is going to be my first actual video log since coming back from Florida. So I thought the easiest thing to start with for me, when I'm in a bit of a sane state of mind, is to go through all the things that I brought back from Disney with me, because I've got quite a collection of it, although it's not going to be like my last one that I did when I talked through all the stuff I brought back from last year, because a lot of my stuff that I brought back is actually all dotted around my room, like just there's one thing. So I'm actually going to take you basically on a tour of my room. So excuse the mess that's in because I haven't really fully unpacked. So I'm just going to take you to see like one of the first things that I've got. Okay, so this is one of the first things, although the actual thing that's playing on I didn't actually get in Disney. I decided to use my electronic photo frame that I got last year. And I've just filled it full of Disney photos and stuff. Yeah, about 550 photos on there, from my whole time while I was on the Disney programme, so that's always nice to have, you know, playing while I'm sat at my desk. It reminds me of some fun times I had. Okay, so another thing I got this from Company D, which is a cast member exclusive shop that just sells various different things, pins, hoodies, t-shirts, luggage tags, things like that. But this is something that I thought I would really like to have, and it's a photo frame, but it's specifically for your name tag. I haven't found anywhere to hang it yet, but I quite like where it's placed there on my desk. So yeah, that's another thing. I got another little thing from the volcano at Rainforest Cafe. And then I've got various pins and things on my pin board. I've also got my little jar of stars. Each one of those stars has actually got a memory in from one of my days at Disney. It's not necessarily just on my days of working, but on my days off as well. So if I was given a magical moment while I was at work, then I wrote that down. But also if I was in the park and I received a magical moment, I wrote it down then. Another thing is I got one of my little critters. I got that from Traditions, and my little Mickey Mouse statue that I got. Okay, so this is some things that I thought it would just be easier for me to show you rather than take you to it. I thought it'd be easier to bring it to here to show you. So the first thing is on my bag I now have my best little friend. So now he now comes with me everywhere, and I embraced American tradition, and I got a little hand sanitizer thing that's actually attached to the side of my bag. I do also have my headphones, so although I didn't buy my headphones over there, one of my roommates did this to her headphones. So they're a bit messy, but and it's basically embroidery thread, and you do it like a friendship bracelet. And I saw hers, so I actually got some embroidery thread and did that while I was out there. Did it on the bus, going to and from work and stuff. So now I just need to finish this part, but I've got some beads that I'm hoping to put onto it. But that's something that actually reminds me of one of my roommates. So, okay, so the first thing I've got, as you can probably hear, so I've got a load of spare pin backs. So first things is I've got this tin. I got that while I was out there. I didn't actually get it from Disney, I just got it from a store in America, and I've used it to actually store all of my buttons. So those have gone in there, but I've got all those spare pin backs, some random piece of paper, and my American SIM card now goes in there just because you never know when I might want to use it again. So When I first got there, they were giving out these because Monsters University was due to come out, so they were doing all the promo for that. So some of the pens actually come off part of these. I got this one. This was from when we went to Magic Kingdom for Katie's birthday. I know we didn't go to Magic Kingdom, that's a lie. We went to Hollywood Studios because we went to go watch Fantasmic. This was something that I got one day from work. They had them kicking around in the break room, so they wrote our best friends on them and gave them to us. This was from when we did 4 parks in one day, and I also was a wilderness explorer that day, and I got given a Mickey sticker, so I stuck that on my badge. This was a badge that I actually got from Goofy himself. I went to go and visit him one day after finishing work, and he gave me that little badge, so I kept that. This used to say ICP graduation, but it rained and then it lived on my bag for 2 weeks, because I actually had my graduation 2 weeks before I was actually due to leave, so that and my visiting Goofy badge actually lived on my bag, but because of the weather and my bag gets chucked around a lot, it actually came off a little bit, so yeah. And then I also had these two from graduation. That's actually a California badge, but I got it sent in the post to me. When I show you another pin that I've got, it actually came with that. And I also got a Happily Ever After one, and again that did say Pluto, that was also in my bag, and again the Sharpie pen came off. And 2 of the girls I lived with, they were best friends with chipmunks and the mice, so one of them had Happily Ever After Mouse, and the other one had Happily Ever After Chipmunk. So yeah. Right, so now I'm going to show you my pin collection. So I actually didn't have enough space for all my pins, and I'd actually stopped getting any more, like just before the end of my programme. I'd got all the pins I wanted to, bar I haven't got a Rafiki pin, which really upsets me, but that's going to happen soon. But I actually have a pin that hasn't made its way on there yet, but I'm going to keep that a little bit separate for now. So the easiest way probably is just to show you. Okay, so I tried to logically structure my pins, but it didn't really work towards the end because I actually got more than what I was expecting. So I actually tried to keep this side down here as work pins, and this side as just my general fun pins. But as you can see down here, Pluto overlaps onto the fun side where he really should be on the work side. And the same thing for Mr. Smee up here and Welcome Train, they both should be over that side. But so each pin on my work side actually has a story behind it, minus like a lot of Pluto pins that I have. So I've got my Chef Mickey's pin here. I got that the day after I did my first Chef Mickey's shift, hanging out with Pluto. I've also got my Mr. Smee pin. That was something that a pin I actually had to trade for. He was really hard to track down. I finally got him because during training I hung out with Mr. Smee, so I wanted just a Mr. Smee pin. Then I've got my Mr. Smee and Captain Hook, and that was from when I actually did the Voyage fireworks show at the Contemporary. I was hanging out with Mr. Smee, but Captain Hook was also there. So I got that pin. Then I've got this Buzz Mickey, and that was from when I actually went and speak to the managers about hanging out with Buzz, but just due to different things that didn't happen. Then I've got a few different Pluto pins. Some of these were given to me whilst I was working, so they're all pretty special to me. This one down here actually has a 13 on it, so considering I was friends with Pluto in 2013, I thought it was very apt. And then this one's my actual favourite. because it looks like the Disney name tags, but it says Pluto on it in this little autograph. So I like that. Then up here I've got my like normal pins, so that's my college programme alumni pin. Then I've got this graduation pin, so not only did I graduate from the Disney College programme for a second time, I actually graduated university this year, so I finished my degree. Then, although I didn't actually get an Earning in My Ears tag, nor did I get to wear my name tag at all once this year, I felt like I wanted that because I did earn my ears. I went through 5 days of training, so I wanted to have that pin. Then I got another American flag for 4th of July, although I didn't actually go into the parks on 4th of July because I was working. I did a 13-hour shift, so I didn't actually get to go to the parks. However, I did get to watch the fireworks from the Polynesian with some Dole Whip, so that was fine. Then I got this Robin Hood pin, I traded for it, to remind me of long lost friends, the little alien guys, just because they're cool. And then up here it starts going to work again. So these two here were two pins that my roommates gave to me. They actually traded for them for me, so one has Pluto on it and one has Mr. Smee on it because those were two friends of mine. And then this pin I bought on the very last day because it reminded me of the welcome train, which I actually got to perform in 3 times, so I was very lucky to do that because CPs don't usually do that a lot. Especially not for Pluto. I didn't hear of many ICPs especially that got to do that, so I was very lucky. So those are all my pins, plus this little lonely guy over here who I haven't found a place for yet, because where it hangs up it doesn't actually sit. It's actually been living in my bag since I came back because I got it on my very last day from one other of my performer friends. He gave it to me, so it's been living in my bag since I came home. And it's probably still going to live in there because I like it in my bag. So that's my pens. Okay, so these are some of the things I have on top of my shelf. So this sign over here, can't really see the A, there it is. Yeah, there. Actually has my name on it and it has Pluto on it, and that was a sign that my dad stood with at the airport. So last year I had, bless me. My dad stood there with a Mickey Mouse sign with my name on it. This year he stood with a sign with Pluto on it at the airport. Then I've got my actual official graduation hat, which I'm going to take to my graduation this year. Then I've got my graduation ears, which maybe I'll show you when I'm stood down. Then I've got my 2 toys from last year. I've also got this, which I'll show you again when I'm sat down because I need to pick it up. And I think that's all that's up there from this year.